Hello, and welcome back to yet another edition of the Bibs Corner podcast. This is actually episode 30, and the season is behind us. No more post-game recaps coming on these podcasts, so things are going to look a little bit different going forward. But I am prepared for that. I got some exciting things lined up. But for the rest of this month, I'm trying to do some conversations with different Mavs fans on Twitter, and not the same names that you usually hear all the time, but people that maybe don't have that podcast experience necessarily. I'm trying to get some different voices out there. I'm trying to have some interesting conversations. So, like I said, I'm going to be reaching out to some people here. There's some other people I've already made promises to, so I need to get in touch with them. But I'm excited about what we're going to be doing the rest of this month. Today on the podcast, I have a very special guest who goes back to when I first really got active in Mavs Twitter. I mean, I was already on Twitter. I was already talking Mavs, but before really Mavs Twitter started to congeal back in the 2011 season, was really when everything came together, at least for me. I don't know if it was already established before that. But 2011, one of the first people I added, somebody who's been around since about that time on my timeline. You may have them blocked and or muted, but I reached out to Kenny_817, and we had a good conversation about all things big man, analytics, Dwight Powell, who needs to go off this roster, who we want to bring in at the end. We got into some dreaming, but just a fun conversation. So I hope you guys will stick around, check that out. Give me some feedback on that. I was supposed to have another guest. You'll hear that when you get to the interview portion, but that kind of fell through, so I'm gonna have to try to reschedule that. But no, enjoy the conversation, and I also got some questions at the end that you'll catch at the back end. So again, gonna sound a little different with no recaps. Not gonna be talking about what Luka did and what the rest of the team didn't do for the foreseeable future, but the rest of September is going to be all guest appearances, hopefully, if things go well. And reach out to me if you're interested in coming on. If I can make it work, I'll see what I can do. I do have some people, like I said, I want to get in. Some people I've made some promises to, but if I see an angle there to a good conversation, then I'm definitely willing to get some new voices in here. So don't be scared to reach out. And with that said, I'm going to drop the ad here and we'll get straight into the conversation with Kenny. All right, welcome back to yet another edition of the Bibs Corner podcast. I'm your host, as always, Mike Bibbins, at Bibs Corner for the sports stuff. Stay away from the other account unless you want to see a lot of socialism. Tonight, got a special guest, the one and only Kenny.
Yo.
And, or hold on, what's your name on Twitter? Kenny_817 on Twitter.
Yes.
And I tried to have Miss Kush Baton on here, but I think she's fallen into a hole somewhere, so it's just gonna be me and Kenny.
It's good. Do your schoolwork.
How you doing today, Kenny?
I'm good, man. I cannot complain. Stress-free basketball today. Cannot complain.
That's right. So, with that said, Kenny had to take a break from counting money and stunting on the rest of us broke people.
Oh, come on.
To make it to the podcast.
No, man.
But no, I wanted to try to get you and T on the podcast because y'all are two of the most controversial people on the timeline. It feels like y'all constantly getting in trouble with these people on the timeline. So I just want to get your opinion. Why do you think that's happening?
Because me and T, we don't let like the bloggers and the reporters fill us and feed us with BS. We see it. Like there's some fans that think that if you go against the team, that you're not a fan. Or first of all, I go against the team all the time because they're filling us with BS, like Porzingis' injury. Game 4, knee soreness. Okay, that's fine. Game 5, knee soreness. That's fine. Number 6, always got a torn meniscus. Just tell us that from day one. Or
Right.
playing devil's advocate, maybe they knew he was out and they just wanted the Clippers to have to game plan for him. I understand that. But the analytical thing, basketball Twitter thing that's going, it's just not basketball. It doesn't work. But
And I think
I get called a fake fan, all this stuff. I've been a Mavs fan since Reunion Arena. I love the Mavs,
right.
but people hate me. It's fine. I love it.
Now I think that's part of it for me too, and I do my best to avoid getting into a little back and forth, trying to be a politician on the timeline. But yeah, that when you've been a fan for as long as we've been fans, it's annoying to have people that were born like yesterday telling you that you're a fake fan because you criticize the team.
Right. Oh, it's the worst. It's
Like
the worst.
the analogy I always use is if you love something, then you tell it when it has faults. Like you don't act like everything is perfect all the time.
Exactly. We're not blind followers.
Right.
We
And you touched on another thing too. You touched on the fact that a lot of people will they have their thought leader, like they have picked somebody that they trust for everything, and whatever they say is the gospel.
yes.
And I think
It's
that that's
awful.
also an issue.
Awful. Awful. Think for yourself.
Right, and you don't have to be on the same page all the time. There's people that go out of their way not to cross hairs and things like that. So now
Exactly.
you mentioned that you love it though. So is there a little bit of you that goes on the timeline looking to get these people riled up?
Um Sometimes you see my tweets. Sometimes, yes. Like, for example, people know I love big rebounding centers,
Right,
and analytical Twitter doesn't like them. So
right.
when Rudy Gobert had a 2020 game last night, I made like 10 tweets. Did he clog the lane last night? It didn't look like he clogged the lane to me. Just I throw little jabs here and there, but people throw them
Right.
back at me. I see them at me, I'll retweet them. I like them. I laugh at them. It's all fun and games.
So they're getting riled up, but you just having fun the whole
Oh yes, only fun over here. Only fun.
time. And it was funny because the first half Gobert was a little quiet, and all the tweets were coming out about how Gobert was getting played off the floor, this, that, and the third.
Hmm.
And then he dominates the fourth quarter. Like he had a double in the fourth quarter,
That's insane.
and the people were quiet. And
And
it's
of
and
course, you know how
so
that
and
goes.
for me, because I'm in the same camp. I like big centers too. It's not about the player. It's about how they're used.
Exactly.
And you look at Boban, he comes in for 15 minutes and has a double almost every single time. Like, what do you think Luka's going to do with a Steven Adams or a Rudy Gobert or a Drummond type of player?
It wouldn't even be fair. They A big man like that playing with Luka, they would be looked at as the best big man in the NBA if they got nothing but
Mm,
wide open oops, wide open dunks. See those centers, their job is to rebound, set screens, and dunk. That's
right.
it. But people don't like to pay those players. But without them, I mean, can you really get too far? You need that type of player. I know this is your big man has to shoot threes. No, he doesn't. I don't think so.
And that's the funny part is the same people praise Dwight Powell, talk about how amazing he is and the analytics and stuff. But if you threw him on the Hornets, would you care about Dwight Powell?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Oh, Dwight Powell. Don't get me started on Dwight Powell. The thing about Dwight Powell, people love his analytics, right?
Right.
What was it? 1.22 points per possession per roll. If you look at my Twitter account, I have that as a website, 1.22possessions.com. This is a jab. Of course, he scores a lot on the pick and roll because he's playing with Luka Doncic. Of course, it's a wide open dunks. You're 6'10". It's not impressive. It's not
And
impressive.
again, and that's when I was getting mixed up with that stuff, I talked about if you threw Cody Zeller there, if you threw Mason Plumlee there, they'd be doing the same stuff.
Exactly. You throw anyone 6'10", 6'11", who's mobile, who can jump, they're going to look great in the pick and roll with the best passer in the NBA. Come on now. Common sense.
Right. And it's bad because this whole conversation, it sounds so simple, right? But then you get into these long, hour-long back and forth trying to explain this stuff to people. So that's why I just stopped doing it personally.
Yeah,
So
I'm over it. I'm over it, bro.
Power to you.
Yeah, if you think what you want, if you like Dwight Powell here, but you would hate Andre Drummond because he makes $28 million, that's fine. But he's $28 million more than Dwight Powell. He just plays way better. He's way better. But that's fine. I don't argue those things anymore.
The way I see it, it's not my money, so I'm not counting.
Right, it's not my money. And another thing about salary, paying someone a lot of money doesn't matter when your MVP is only making $8 million. You can go splurge on other positions to better surround him with more talent.
And if Giannis decided to come, then you have a big contract to trade in that deal. So
exactly.
It's so many different angles to go with that. Exactly. But we have gotten off track.
Oh, of course.
Specific plan. what I wanted to do. So back to the topic. The playoff loss is still fresh over here. So what were your feelings about the series? I know the Lucas fine just came out. So, and the Marcus Morris fine as well. So what were your feelings about the Clippers series, and how are you feeling after seeing what we saw?
Let me start. I did not hate the Clippers before game 1. After game 6, I hate the Clippers so much, but not Kawhi. I love Kawhi.
That's pretty universal.
Yeah, everyone loves Kawhi. You can't hate on Kawhi. He's just an animal. He's amazing. But I'm not a moral victory type of guy.
Right.
Like I don't find positives in losses because you lost. But I never seen like guts and determination and willpower. We were undermanned, we were outmatched, and they came to play.
Right.
I love it. I didn't think that I would see that going into the series. But Porzingis was healthy at first, but I am very, very, very proud of how that series went. They were balling.
Right. And I personally, like I'll say, I didn't expect it. I wasn't sure. I expected Luka to show up. I was curious to see what KP would do because he's never been in that situation before. And Trey Burke. Let's talk about him for a second.
Oh, man.
He came out like he'd been there the whole year, like he belonged.
Oh man, Trey Burke. Without Trey Burke's aggressiveness is amazing. Like I don't care if you miss a shot, just be smart, have IQ, and be aggressive. If you open, shoot it. If you can go by your man, go by him. Trey Burke looked like a superstar out there. I love it. Please bring him back. Do not let him go again. Mark Cuban, don't let him go.
No, I agree 100%. And it felt like his aggressiveness kind of rubbed off on Seth initially.
Oh, man.
So those last couple of games. And I don't know what happened to Seth in those last couple of games.
Come on, Seth. Pump fake Seth. I hate it. I hate it.
But overall, you said you were proud of the way the guys fought in the series. And you hate the Clippers now. I'm kind of, I can't say I hate them, but I'm not. Before I was like they were one of my favorite teams to go win the title. Right now, I'm not thinking about that. I don't even know if I care who wins at this point.
Yeah, it ain't the Mavs, so I'm just looking forward to no stress basketball.
Yeah, that's pretty much where I'm at.
But we had playoff basketball for the first time in years, so I can't be mad at that. I can't be mad.
The future is bright for sure.
Oh,
so we kind of touched on this already because we got ahead of ourselves. But what were your overall feelings about the season? I know when Andre Drummond was on the block, we were both beating that drum, pun intended, and got into a bunch of friction with the fans. But there was the Dwight Powell stuff going back and forth for the first half of the season. Then he gets injured. Luka gets the All-Star spot for the first time. Like, overall, how'd you feel about the way this season went?
I think the season went very, very well. I am a season ticket holder, so I was at all of those games seeing, us struggle a little bit. We were losing a lot of home games at the beginning that we should not have been losing, like the Knicks, Hornets, things like that. But speaking of Dwight Powell, when he got hurt, I was at that game, and I knew it immediately. I was like, oh, and people were like, this is what you wanted. He's not playing. I'm like, nah, I would never root for anyone to ever get hurt. But season-wise, I loved it. We showed determination. We showed grit. We fought. But what is the fact that we were matched up, we were projected to match up with the Clippers for like the last 6 months, right? We could easily have avoided the Clippers.
Right.
This is just me. If we avoid the Clippers, we're probably in the Western Conference Finals. We can beat we can. I'm not saying we can beat the Lakers in the playoffs. We can play with the Lakers. We can definitely beat the Rockets. Definitely beat the Jazz. Definitely beat the Nuggets. Definitely, I wouldn't say definitely beat OKC because they've been destroying us this season. But the one team we absolutely cannot beat is the team we match up with, and I hate it. That's my only sour point of the season. But other than that, I loved it. Great season. Very, very fun season. I love Luka.
And I can get on board with like what you said about trying to avoid the Clippers. It didn't feel like we made any effort to do that. And it comes down to Carlisle because I spent a lot of time down the stretch of the season, especially in the bubble, being annoyed because it felt like Carlisle wasn't coaching. It felt like he was just kind of there
Right.
and going through the motions. Now he started coaching in the playoffs, but it's like, what were we doing the whole season? Like, was it just let Luka play and see what happens?
That's exactly what we're doing. Luka's the coach. Luka's like LeBron. LeBron is the coach. Luka's the coach. I don't know if I'm ready to hand over the coaching reins to Luka just yet, but regular season, it's fine. But in the playoffs, Carlisle took over and started coaching well. So,
Right.
We see the fire Carlisle tweets. I retweet them after every loss just to make people upset. But man, that's how we do in MFFL Twitter. We troll a lot.
And I did want to go back to something else you said also. I'm
Mhm.
glad you got to address the whole Dwight Powell injury thing because
Mhm.
as soon as he went down, I knew it was going to happen where people were
Oh,
saying
yeah.
what y'all wanted, et cetera, and so forth. And it's like, if you think that we want to see a player on our team suffer an injury like that, then you really aren't paying attention.
Exactly. Like, I
Like
was at that game with my fiance, and she was like, "How do you feel?" I'm like, "I feel terrible. Like, I didn't even want to watch the rest of the game. I was
Right.
just slumping down in my seat." She was like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "Yeah, because I'm good, but that's terrible. Like, he may never be the same ever again. I want that
Right.
for nobody ever. I would never wish that on anyone. It was terrible. Of course, I'd rather him be playing on the court, stinking it up like he always does, but at least he's healthy and he can run and jump. Now, I mean, get well soon, Dwight, man. We love you,
Right.
bro."
And like you said, it could have longer impact. And, I mean, we did just give him a multi-year contract, so
Mhm.
obviously we want him back sooner rather than later.
Of course.
I prefer him as a bench guy coming in that second unit with Maxi Kleber.
Mhm.
But if he's our guy for now, then we need him on the court. So nobody wanted to see that, and anybody thinking that was the case is,
Exactly. That's ludicrous. It's ridiculous. Get well soon, Dwight.
So speaking of the roster and going forward, I told you to look at the roster and tell me who on the roster would you say is untouchable, and who do you want completely gone?
Okay. My untouchables. Luca, of course. Porzingis, of course. Dorian, untouchable. He only makes $4 million. There's no reason to get rid of him.
Right.
Trey Burke. But I fear he's gonna get paid. Somebody's going to pay him lots of money. Brunson, keep him. He makes so little money, there's no reason to get rid of him. You're not gonna get equal value. And I would keep Boban. So all of those players have to stay, in my opinion. Now, who I definitely want gone, Justin Jackson. He's just awful at basketball. I mean, I'm sorry. Love you, bro, but you're just awful. DeLon Wright, you were so good earlier. Just the indecisiveness for me, the unaggressiveness. Is that even a word? I don't know. But he also has to go. And JJ Barea, we love you. You helped us get a title, but it's over, bro. It's over. And then I have one more definitely should be gone. I don't know if I should mention this one because people are going to flame me. But I said this before the playoffs started. This person is going to be the reason we lose this series, and that's Tim Hardaway Jr.
Mm.
Tim Hardaway Jr. Let me start with something that I love about Tim Hardaway Jr. I love that he is aggressive. I love it. He's never made a shot he doesn't like. He's like Kobe in that sense. I'm going to shoot the ball. If I touch the ball, I'm going to shoot it. I love that about him. But what I dislike about him is he's going to shoot the ball. It's like come like he has no feel for the game, no IQ for the game, which is mind-boggling considering who his dad is, the
Right.
smartest player that's ever lived. It's like and Mavs fans love him. I love him. He gets fired up. He hits threes. Yeah, that's great. But you can't tell me when he gets the ball, it's not moving again. He's going to shoot it no matter what. Contested, uncontested. It's just, I think he has to go. But that decision is up to him. He can opt in, he can opt out. That decision is up to him. But he's got to go. He's got to go. We have to upgrade that position because I love the aggressiveness because we definitely need that aggressiveness. He's just too aggressive. Too aggressive.
And I
Okay.
think something that I do have to jump in real quick.
Mm-hmm.
I think one thing that people forgot with THJ is that in the start of the season when he was coming off the bench, he was terrible because,
Yes.
like you said, he touches the ball, it's not moving again.
Mm-hmm.
The only reason we made him into, a salvageable, important player is because we put him on the court with Luka, and Luka has the ball most of the time. He doesn't get it unless Luka wants him to shoot.
Exactly. You know how many Mavs fans argued that at the beginning of the season? I said, start him, play him with Luka, put him right there on the wing, don't move. Now, whenever you touch the ball, then you shoot it. When Luka wants you to shoot it, you shoot it. You don't create. We don't need none of that. Just spot. Look, Tim Hardaway Jr. is probably 40% from three, and he takes awful shots. If he just took good shots, he would probably be 55% from three.
Yeah.
If he just took good shots, he can shoot.
It's like when he shoots, when it's going in and when it's not.
Of course. When he gets the ball, it's going up.
You can see him like if he gets the ball at half court, sometimes you can. All right, he's shooting this.
Yeah. Oh, it's definitely going up. Definitely going up.
No matter what's happening on the court, he's shooting a shot.
I do love the aggressiveness because we do have some players who are not aggressive, but we do need his aggressiveness. So kudos for that.
Speaking of which, I think on your list there were a couple players that you did not mention on either list.
Mm-hmm.
Seth Curry, Maxi Kleber.
Okay, I know you love Maxi. I know you love Maxi.
So, what are your feelings on Maxi and his contract situation, and under what grounds are you willing to get rid of him?
I will be willing to get rid of Maxi if it brings us a much better player, or if we can package maybe him or someone on the should be gone list to get a much better player. I love Maxi, but this was Maxi's time to shine. He had open shot after open shot. He just couldn't hit him. Now, I understand he's guarding Kawhi. Kawhi probably scored every time Maxi guarded him, but it's not easy. Maxi is busting his tail guarding Kawhi. I understand that. But on the other end, you got wide open threes. There's no one within 20 feet of you. You got to knock those down. If he goes 40% from three, we probably win this series, I think.
Yeah. Yep. And that was my goals for him and Dorian Finney-Smith. And Dorian definitely did it much more consistently. I think Maxi only did it in maybe the last game or two, which we lost both of those games. But yeah, it was tough watching Maxi in the bubble, personally.
I know you love Maxi. I know you do.
And I've kind of gotten to that point too, where, like you said, if there's a package, we can put him and Delon together to make the money work to get a big wing or something like that onto the team. I would have to shut up and let it happen. Like right. I wouldn't stop it.
Right. Who would I trade? I would. Oh, what kind of return? Like if we could package Maxi in something for, say, Aaron Gordon type, I'd take that. Aaron Gordon's contract declines year after year after year, by the way. Keep that in mind.
Right. And I think it's kind of the same with Seth, right?
Oh, Seth Curry. Seth Curry can be great. He can be great. He's just not aggressive for me. If Seth Curry wanted to shoot the ball every time he touched it, I would be absolutely 100% fine with that.
Right. Nobody would complain.
Nobody would complain because he can shoot the lights out of the ball. But pump fake after pump fake, I don't know if he don't want the ball or anything, but if you touch it, you got to shoot it. If if Seth Curry had Tim Hardaway Jr.'s brain and just shot it every single time, he'd probably be a top 10 player in the league. If we could combine them two, that would be amazing. And I would pay that guy $30 million a year because he'd be great.
And I think that's the part that made me want to bring those two up. Their contracts are perfect for those type of trade packages.
Exactly.
$7-8 million, three more years on the deal, and you know what they're going to bring to the table for sure.
Exactly.
And what they can bring if they step up a little bit.
Exactly.
So I could definitely see it happening. So I'm just preparing myself for that.
Right. They can come back though. I will definitely welcome them back.
Right. So like I said, you didn't put them on the be gone list, so I figured that was the case. But I had to make sure I brought those two guys up.
Sure.
Let me see. Did you have any other guys that you needed to mention on that keep or get rid of list?
I said Dwight Powell. I would say we need to get rid of him, but the Mavs absolutely love him. He's never going anywhere. Never, ever, ever. And MKG, he can come back. Yeah, but he was D'ing up a little bit. He can come back.
Interesting. Okay, and I think let me look at this. I'm just looking at the who's the free agents. I mean, Courtney Lee, we don't care about that. Rhea, gone. So MKG is the only guy. MKG and Burke are the two. Did you say Burke?
Yes, he has to come back.
What would you give him a Seth Curry contract, $8 million, or would you match? You mentioned other teams are probably going to come after him.
Mm-hmm.
What's the most you would match on a
offer?
Like if he wants to come back, but somebody's offering him more money.
I think somebody's going to give, like someone who sucks, like the Hornets. They're probably going to give him maybe like 4 years, $50 million. What's that? 12.5 per. I would probably match that. We need his aggressiveness. He looked like a superstar.
He had 25 in the first game?
Yes.
Like that?
Ever since we came back, started the bubble, he has been. Without him, we probably get swept. We probably get swept without him. We have to have him back. Yes. Oh man! Shout out Trey Burke because he is balling. Remember that he had like a 9 for 9 from 3 game early in the bubble, something like that. Right. He had 30. Oh man! Why did the Sixers let him go? I will never understand.
It feels like him being let go by the Sixers, like he was, might have woken something up in him.
Probably.
And, yeah. I can't remember who it was. During one of the games, they mentioned that he said that he figured out who he is, and now he's comfortable. Like he doesn't have to think. He's like, this is what I do, and this is I'm gonna go do it.
Exactly. It was one possession where Luka was asking for the ball, and Trey Burke was like, no. You call off Luka, and then he scored. I love it. That's what we need. You're not taking no backseat to Luka. Luka's a mega star, we know. But you, Trey Burke, you get buckets. He's not afraid of the moment, nothing. If he get a good shot, he gonna shoot it, and I love it. And they're always good shots, never bad shots.
And just as a basketball fan, it's nice to see a guy like Burke who has bounced around, had some trouble sticking, but you see that confidence that he had back in college is back.
Oh man, Michigan Trey Burke was a monster.
Oh yeah,
love Trey Burke.
He looked like himself, and that's the beauty of it. So definitely, I'm on board as well with bringing Burke back. And I think, like you said, the 12 million range is probably as high as I would go as well.
Okay, yeah.
I think he could be a 6 man of the year type guy for us.
100%. If he doesn't come back, I will be sad.
And so the next piece of that is Jalen Brunson. How does Trey Burke coming in on a big deal like that affect Jalen Brunson? I feel like he's probably a big trade chip personally.
I do too. It's hard to get value for him though, because he makes nothing.
Right. So I think he could be used to like complement a Delon Wright trade or something like that.
I would be okay with that. I'd be okay with that. I have him on my absolutely has to stay, but that's because he's just so young and he makes so little. But if we can package him to get a better piece, I'm with it. But I love Jalen Brunson. Love him.
So your team small guards doing then, because
team small guards with IQ. Yes.
I'll allow it. All right. So with all that said, we've kind of touched on it already, but what are the biggest needs or what are the biggest changes you're trying to see going into next season?
I think number one and number two are equally as important. Number one, we have to get a rebounder. I do not want Luka being my best rebounder under no circumstances. We need a big, physical, big in there. Now, I mean like a Boban type, but Boban barely plays. I mean a type that's starting, playing 25, 30 minutes a game to get me 15 rebounds a game. Like, I'm not saying Andre Drummond, because I know y'all hate him, but Andre Drummond type. We need that type of player. We have to get a guy who only wants to rebound, box shots, dunk the ball, and set screens. That's it. We need that. And number two, we have to get a wing who can handle the ball. We need a playmaking wing, not someone who just stands in the corner and once they get the ball, if they run off the three-point line, they can't do anything. Like, you have to be able to create, dribble the ball, do something other than just stand in the corner and shoot. Everybody has to be able to do something with the ball. Everyone, like OKC, they got Chris Paul, they got SGA, they got Dennis Schroeder. They have multiple ball handlers, and we really only have Luka and Trey Burke. We need more of that.
Exactly, and even like you said, in this playoff series, that was more evident than ever. Okay. If, like you said, if we didn't have Trey Burke when Luka got into foul trouble, those type of things, like we would not have had any type of offense.
No.
Nobody moves. Not. They just stand around tossing the ball. If the shot's not wide open, they pump fake and look for somebody to pass it to.
Yeah, that's the worst type of playoff ball. You can't win like that.
Exactly. So, yeah, I'm 100% on board with both of those is the big things. And if one of those guys has some goon mentalities, like we can get a big goon type too, then 100% I'm all in. I don't care what the money is.
Andre Drummond. But hey, you didn't hear that from me. You didn't hear that from me.
I mean, there's talk about Gobert. What would you do, Gobert?
Yes, but he's about to get a massive deal. His deal is coming up to be extension time, right?
I think. Let me pull it on.
Or did he already sign a deal? I don't remember, but
I think he might have already signed his.
Yeah, I don't care how much he makes. Bring him in. I don't care. We need that. We don't have that.
Let's see, 22 mil. I mean, he's not making a ridiculous amount of money from what I can tell.
I'll take it.
4 years, 100 mil. Like, it's not one of those $30 million deals.
Oh, he's an unrestricted next year.
Oh, he is. Dang.
Yes. I'll pay him whatever he wants.
I do see that.
Whatever he wants, I'll pay it. I don't care. But see, people think, oh, he's not worth the max. He's not worth. That's true, but to the Mavs, he's worth the max.
Right. I can't even imagine what our team would look like with a guy like Gobert playing.
Dude, I mean, it would make up for the terrible defense that we play. Just one person. You're not paying people. He only averages, like, for example, 7 points and 10 rebounds. That's nothing. Yeah, but it's not the stat sheet. You're paying for impact.
Right.
Impact. He's impacting both sides of the court. You have to have a guy like that. I'm not saying he's Anthony Davis, but Anthony Davis is probably worth $50 million a year. He's impacting every aspect of the game. That's what Gobert does. You have to pay those players. That's why he makes that much money. He's not overpaid. He's paid properly.
Right.
And he's about to get paid again.
Underpaid.
He's probably underpaid. Like there's no way you can watch those games for the Jazz and not say he's worth every single penny and then some.
Right. Because
he's incredible.
It's not just about points he's scoring. He's taking away points. Like, I think if the analytic people can find, there's charts that tell you how many points, how many shots don't go up in the paint because he's around.
Exactly. Imagine him with Luka on that pick and roll. There's absolutely nothing you can do to defend it. Exactly. Absolutely nothing. Because if you close out on Luka, that's a dunk every time. And he's playing the best inside defense that we've probably seen in 15 years since Ben Wallace. The dude is amazing.
And if you send help to stop him from dunking, then you're leaving shooters open.
Exactly. So it's simple basketball. It's so easy.
Dwight Powell times 3, 4, 5 on
offense. Gosh.
Plus he actually plays defense.
Exactly. And rebounds.
Exactly.
I love Rudy.
Again, we've gone off on another Gobert tangent.
Of course. I just love big men. I think that will take our roster and our franchise to another level. I know you remember the last time We had an amazing center, but we're not going to mention that. Let's get back on track. Tyson Chandler, by the way.
Exactly, and that's what Gobert is. Plus, he's
Exactly.
a better scorer.
Exactly. That's what we need.
I don't know. I don't see why that's controversial, but
Because he
we
doesn't
come
shoot
from a different
threes.
age. We come from a different era.
Yes. He doesn't shoot threes. That's why. It's insane. I'll never understand. Insane.
Meanwhile, we watch our team shoot 53s and make 10 of them, and somehow that's efficient. Whatever.
Number one offense in the history, though. So that's what they'll tell me.
So the last thing I want to ask you, what are your expectations going into next season? We don't know what's going to happen as far as like roster changes. Let's say we get one of those things. We get another creator to play at the 2 beside Luka, or we get that big man. So what are your expectations or goals going into next season?
I'm thinking top 5 seed. We're not gonna. So seeds 1, 2, and 3 aren't up for debate. That's Lakers, Warriors, Clippers. So I think the highest we could possibly be is the 4th seed, 4th, 5th, with tied with the Rockets in there. That's my expectation. I think a 6, 7, or 8 seed is a failure. Not only because it's a low seed, but because we're probably going to get bounced again because we got to play Lakers, Warriors, or Clippers again if we're that low. So I think 4 or 5 is right where we need to be, and then we can kind of avoid one of those teams, maybe upset somebody in the second round, and then get to the Western Conference Finals. That's what I think.
Okay, so yeah, I put myself. I said I want to shoot for the 4 seed.
Mm-hmm.
But like you said, that 4-5 line is fine. We don't know what the Warriors are about to look like coming into next year. I had low expectations for them this year, even if Steph had stayed healthy. But they'll have Clay back next year too. So
help us all, Lord, help us.
And then we don't know what they're going to do. They got the number 2 pick, so they're already talking about flipping that. There's no telling who they're going to be able to get with that.
Right.
So
give the Warriors more help.
So yeah, definitely we can shoot for that 4 or 5 game. I'm all in on that. But that was really all I had for you then. Did we miss anything that you wanted to mention?
I got one more question.
Okay.
How would you feel about taking the ball out of Luka's hands some next year? Maybe he drops down from 28 points per game to 24 points per game, and we get another ball handler who's a lot more fresh come playoff time. Like he doesn't have to carry the whole franchise. What do you think about that?
If that happens, then we're on our way to
exactly. You agree? I love it.
We watch James Harden do this every year. Like it's not effective.
Right.
You can't carry a team by yourself to a title like that.
Exactly. You're going to get tired eventually.
You're going to get tired. You're going to have a bad game. You're going to get into foul trouble. Like, if you are the entire offense, teams know how to game plan for that. They're going to beat you up. They're going to send Marcus Morris at your knees.
Yep.
Like, they're not going to let one man beat them like that. Those days are over.
Yep.
So if we can find another guy, like you said, that can handle the ball, put Luka off the ball some more, make Luka work on his shot, his catch and shoot, and somebody that can score 30 on their own, then like I said, we're on our way to rings. Because you're not going to be able to stop Luka potentially going off of 40 and somebody else on the perimeter doing the same thing with KP there as well. I mean, it's going to be a lot to deal with.
Oh man, I agree. I got one more thing to say.
All right.
People that bring up 2011, we only had one star. We can do it again. Different league. There was only one super team back then, and that's Miami Heat. Yeah, we beat them, but things happen. It's 2020 now. You need stars. We have 2. We need another one. So I wish this was on TV. I would say, bring the TV closer. Bring the TV closer. Bradley Beal. Bradley Beal. What you doing, bro? Demand the trade. Come on, bro. What you doing? We need you. We need you. Make that. If we get Bradley Beal, Luka doesn't have to play 40 minutes a game. Bradley Beal is rotting in Washington.
I'm just imagining Luka goes to the bench. Bradley Beal stays out there. Trey Burke comes in. Like the offense, like number one offense, we about to blow that record out of the water.
Oh man, I'm not even gonna be able to sleep tonight thinking about that.
Buckets
Bradley
off
Beal,
buckets.
yeah. Bradley Beal loves Luca. We see the tweets. Bradley Beal, come on, man.
Yeah.
You trying to win? Or you want to ride? Come on, man. And if we get Bradley Beal, we can flip that in 2 years if another certain free agent who shall not be named just happens to be free next year. I won't name him, but
I mean,
hey,
there's a couple of them.
it's a couple. It's a couple. But hey, Porzingis, get healthy. We love you.
And so, just to add, since you brought it up, one more thing on that. I don't necessarily consider Porzingis as like if we got another all-star type player, I wouldn't necessarily consider that a super team. Like we just got one guy.
Ooh.
I don't think Porzingis is on that level yet. Like he hasn't proven it.
Okay, no, that's fair. That's
And
fair.
and clearly this year he didn't stay healthy in the playoffs, so he's really hasn't played a full playoff series.
That's fair.
So,
I won't disagree with you there.
and as far as what you said about 2011, it did feel like, and I'm going to ask you this since we got a couple minutes here before I can say I kept you on here too long. Did you feel like that was our last chance if we didn't get it that year?
Yes, last chance.
I felt the same way between OKC on the rise, and I think we took advantage of the fact that it was the Heat's first time
Yep.
together like that. And when things got tough, LeBron didn't react the way maybe Wade expected him to.
Mm-hmm.
And we basically got to take advantage of that because we were a cohesive unit that knew what we were doing, knew we were on a mission. And like if we had caught them in 2012, they probably would have got us.
Right. Oh man, and I agree 100%. It's just everything just rolled our way that year.
It was
That
perfect.
playoff
Besides
run.
Karan Butler, getting hurt, it was perfect.
Oh man, I remember his knee coming down and he pushing it back in, walking off the court. That was amazing. That was amazing.
Thank you for that image, Jessa. No, but no, this was fun, Kenny. I definitely appreciate you coming on. Got into some good stuff. Probably gonna make some people mad with some of the stuff that was said, but
Of course.
that's what we're here to do.
Yeah. Mavs fans, I love all of y'all. Even if y'all love Dwight Powell and our analytic Twitter, I still love every last one of y'all. MFFLs, let's go. I love y'all. And thanks for having me.
Oh, no problem. Definitely. We'll probably have to get you back in here at some point.
Oh, for sure. I'm free whenever. I'm on your time. You famous. I'm trying to, you know what I'm saying? I appreciate the opportunity.
Something like that.
Oh, man.